Today's adventures bring us to historic Savannah, Georgia. Founded in 1733, it makes it one of the oldest cities in the United States. It was one of the first originally designed planned cities. It was designed by General James Oglethorpe. And he originally designed the city with 24 squares that were tree-lined for public meetings. Today, only 22 still remain, and we are starting off in front of the Pirate's House, which is the oldest restaurant in the United States. It's dating back to the 1700s as well, and we hope to eat really well there. Anyway, we're gonna check this place out, and hopefully the food is as good as it says.
Okay, I gotcha. I'll carry it so it doesn't get ruined. Okay, take a drink and I can carry it.
They start us off with cornbread and biscuits with butter, marmalade, and more butter. And we get some festive themed drinks.
Got the raspberry mojito.
Raspberry mojito. And the Pirate's margarita. And they have a buffet too. So I have to correct myself. This is not the oldest restaurant in the country after reading the booklets and stuff they have here. Apparently this was built originally as an inn for seafarers and the like. And the property became dilapidated somewhere around the 30s and 40s, and it was basically abandoned. And then in 1945, it was given its first rehab as a push from a local resident who wanted to preserve the history of Savannah's historical area. So it received its first treatment, and I believe in 1953 it actually became a restaurant. So it's interesting to eat here and have drinks in a place that's been hosting and serving drinks to people for 200 something years. Anyway, we just finished our lunch at the Pirate House. It was delicious, it was nutritious, and informative. It was a very old building, and we'll show you the highlights in the clip.
What was that?
I'm talking to them.
Yeah, what did you want to say? Okay. All right, we'll see you soon. We're gonna go travel around Savannah now and see what's going on. So we're walking along trying to figure out how to get to this historic Riverside street, and this is pretty cool.
Show them the walkway.
Look at that, no walking over there. Off road, we're going down this spot. Anyway. These stones are storied to be from the ballast of the transport ships that used to do trade here in Savannah. And I guess they've been tested, and they all test back to Europe and other places. Pretty interesting. All right, so there is no joke with these ballast stones. They're not playing around here. Check this out. Look at the height off the ground with this thing. You're gonna drive over that. That's old-fashioned speed bumps right there. I can't imagine how horse-drawn carriages would go along this stuff. Pretty cool.
Hard with the stroller.
It's even hard to walk on this stuff. Back before liability insurance and liability in general. Oh, look at these steps. It's great when you can come to a city that's so old that you say, oh look, that's so old, but no, everything here is really old and preserved. 1869 to 1943. Savannah's waving girl. Everything here is interesting. Crushed limestone and then concrete. Crushed shell sidewalks. It's really cool. Oh, there's a Joe's Crab Shack here. Eat at Joe's. If you want a really good time, try to bring a stroller down these old cobblestone streets. How's the ride going in there, Miss Athena?
But I don't.
These roads are truly epic. Ooh, super cool. Super cool. What's really impressive, this guy's going up the river with no tug. That's pretty crazy. I mean, I don't know if that's normal here or not, but it's like a pretty narrow channel for such a huge ship to be going without a tug.
I mean, these steps go mid-shin. Wow. Use that on risk.
These steps are again another example of pre-liability law. Well, at least here you can still use them at your own risk. Man, they are steep. So just as an example of how old these buildings are, it's crazy to me. I haven't seen this much old stuff. But you look at the windowsills. And the glass. And the entryway doors. These are all really ancient looking. I'm not gonna lie, this is cool as hell. This is cool. World War II Memorial.
Stroller's going off-roading. It's not easy.
Look at this place. This is unbelievably beautiful. Mommy's right behind us. Look at this. Beautiful. Now we're getting into the historic squares. The ones I talked about at the beginning of the video, that there's only 22 left, but they're still amazing.
1882.
This square, which was laid out in 1733, was originally named for John Percival, Earl of Edgemont, who played a large part in founding the colony of Georgia. It's beautiful. The Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Boy, this is impressive. This is right up there with some of the fancy churches we saw in other cities. The scale is hard to describe. Wow. Oh, these doors. How cool is that? Old skeleton key. That's awesome. And just right across the street, crazy old buildings. Really awesome. This place looks amazing. Old Bradley's doesn't look like it's going to be standing much longer. It's still open. It's a hardware store. Locksmith. Today's adventure brings us to historic Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
Established in 1733, it's old. It's really old. Anyway, the Pirate's House. I don't know, maybe more like a helicopter can fly by, some machine gun fire, you know.
So wow.
Bombs.
The Pirate's